So as some of you know, Black Veil Brides just released a new song called Hallelujah a couple of days ago. I made a cover and a tab of this. I did my transcription entirely by ear the day after the song came out. What I did not know at the time was that there was an official guitar playthrough posted by the band's guitarist, and I wanted to go back and just kind of correct some of my tabs and reference the video. Just to give you guys the most accurate version for one, and then two, just to kind of show you my process of how I tab stuff, how I would use a reference video, and hopefully you can get some tips. Okay, so the first thing I actually want to start with is the solo section. So I've got the playthrough pulled up here, and let's find... So this is the start of the solo section here. And on my tabs, let's find where that starts. So this is where that dive bomb starts that he's doing. I did not tab that out because for my tabs I just have one track going on the bottom. So I like to tab what I'm going to be playing in the covers and just have all of that on one track so that it's easy to follow. I do not have a Floyd Rose whammy bar on this guitar. So I just did not include that dive bomb, and we'll go past that. We'll start with the more shreddy stuff. So right there is kind of where I want to start. I'm going to take the playback speed and I'm going to drop it down to, let's go 0.5. So right out the gate, we can count up the frets here just to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, he's starting on the 12th fret of our 3rd string here. So far so good. Okay, so I can already see somewhere where I made an error. I'm going back frame by frame on this. Using the comma key on the keyboard. Really good trick for stuff like this because you can see much more slow motion version of what's going on. So that 12, 14, 15, we've got that. I don't think, let's see. So right now I'm watching his picking hand. And it does look like he's picking some of this. This time I'm going to actually listen to the audio here. Yeah, so this whole section right here, if you watch his picking hand, he's not picking any of that. So let's go ahead and add some legato all through this. In my original version, I played it all, I picked all of that, but it looks like he's going something to that effect. Let's double check it. We got 12, 14, 15, 12, then he goes back down to 15, then he goes back up to 12. It looks like maybe he picks this first one. Let's go even slower. Let's go 0.25 here. Really good stuff. That's all just legato. And then right there, it looks like I missed a shift. He's shifting his hand up instead of continuing to go up. Instead, he's moving across the fretboard rather than up the fretboard. So that should be an easy change. I do think I got the pitches correct. So he slides up right here. And then it looks like he's just kind of keeping all of this on the string below. Really helpful trick for Guitar Pro. If you hold Alt and press down, it will move your notes down to the same octave, but on a different string, either a string above or below. Really helpful trick for if you know you have the right notes, but they're on the wrong string. So starting here, that one looks like it goes up. And that looks much closer to what he's probably playing. I haven't double checked all of it yet, but already that's way easier than what I was doing, for one, and two, it's more correct to the original version. Yep, looks like I got the notes right. Now let's kind of see what he's doing picking wise. So he's picking this one. Whoops. Pick. And then that's all legato right there. He's not picking any of those three. So I'm going backwards now. So this is right where he slides up to fret 14. And he picks, you can see that he picks right here on fret 14. Then he does not pick again for any of those. He picks this 14 on the next string up. That all looks to be legato. There's not a lot of picking motion going on right there. So let's see if that's comfortable to play. Ooh, wrong string, sorry. Does he re-articulate? For me personally, when I play that, I want to re-articulate this note right here, fret 17, or that 16 even. But let's see what he's doing there. He does the 14 right there. That's what this pick is this note. Does not look like he repicks any of that. And then he drops down to, it looks like he drops down to fret 14 here. Okay, right here, what just happened here? Looks like I deleted a note by accident, whoops. So right here, it looks like all of this is, he's just picking the first note of all of that, which that is pretty comfortable and that would be pretty common. In my cover, I just picked all of it, which definitely made it a lot harder. And it does look like he ends up here on 17, 19, and 20. So I do think I got all of these notes correct. I just did not have the legato markings, which overall every adjustment that I've made so far has just made this thing a little bit easier to play. So, oh, whoops. Little easier to play, and more faithful to the original. Okay, so all of this, he is picking all of that, it looks like. And that's this, and then he repeats that twice. So that part was 100% correct right there. This part I was not sure about when I originally tabbed it. In the version that I was kind of going off of, this part was a little hard to make out. So that's what videos like this are really helpful for, and this is where you can catch some of those things that you might miss just doing it entirely by ear. He is tapping this. Looks like he's tapping fret 17. Something to that effect. Let's double check these notes here. Hearing a triplet at the beginning of that. I'm hearing, where's all my audio here? That is tapped. And then I'm hearing so that is a 16th note, I believe. And 8th note, not a triplet. This note doesn't exist. This is a 16th note. Let's get rid of all this real quick, sorry. That looks kind of messy. That is not tapped either. So he's kind of sliding down on that fret 10. Oops, that should be 8. And that is an 8th note. These 15s are tapped. That sounds a lot closer to what he's doing right there. This is swept. There. So I had kind of transcribed a different part, but let's just change this to what he is doing here. So that is fret 12, this is all 8th notes, and then he skips a string down to so again, using that kind of that tool to change the notes around, what I had as a swept version, some of the same notes were in there. He was just kind of playing them in a different order and on different strings. What am I doing here? There we go. And then this part, let's see which... okay. So here's another little difference. So we've got this part correct. It looks like he is actually just playing this all in kind of the same area, and I was playing this all on one string. So I'm pretty sure I got the notes right here. Yeah. I had the same pitches, just playing them on a different place. And It looks like this one is down here as well. And I'm guessing this one is down here as well. Okay, this is just on a different string. He slides up to 18. I just had this up on a higher string. And this is also down, it looks like. But this was correct. He does slide, I guess now I have this as he's sliding in from below. He's actually sliding in from above. And I'm guessing I have this notated as vibrato, but he's doing just kind of a big bend. I'm just going to leave it as that because I honestly really hate the bend system. If I wanted to notate that as the eighth note bends on Guitar Pro, I would have to make this a bunch of tied together eighth notes and put a bend on each one, and it's really kind of a pain in the butt. So let's just make a text note that says wide vibrato, and that kind of notates that that's what's happening there. Then let's see this part. Again, I'm pretty sure I got the pitches right. I'm guessing I'm just playing it differently than he is. Yep, so he's playing it kind of in the 12th fret area. So I'm just going to go ahead and move all of this down a string and kind of see where that puts us. Yeah. Okay, so that's what he's doing there. I got the slides and pitches right, just had it up a string. This is down a string. Serious playing that. So he kind of slides down there. Okay, so right here he's actually dropping this down so that he can stay, if you played it on the 12th fret where I had it, you'd have to do some kind of really awkward shift, which in my original tab it made sense because I was more in this area and he's more up here. Okay, that makes sense so far. Then this one, I'm guessing is another rhythmic error on my part, probably because of how I was doing it without having this video, and the nature of slowing things down and hearing some weird rhythms in there, and missing some notes. So let's see what happens here. So that pulls off to fret 12 for sure. That seems to be the sweep. Another helpful trick, if you found that you have written an incorrect rhythm here, so I need a triplet between these two notes. If you press Insert it will add the previous rhythm in between or before the note that you have selected. So I had the 15, my cursor was hovering over 15, I press insert, and it adds another eighth note triplet before that note. This note should not exist. This should be a 14. And that is all sweet picked. Let's put down strokes. No, sorry, upstrokes. Yeah. I'm really bad at sweep picking. Something like that. Okay, and then this looks like it is all down here. And he's playing that on fret 14, yeah. Yeah, so that was all correct except this was up a string. I was playing it. And that was probably just personal comfort. I did not slide up, I just went up a string instead, trying to keep things in more of a compact shape. So overall, pretty close. I was pretty close on all of this. Some of the sections like this I had completely right. This was correct pitch-wise. It was just incorrect string-wise and picking-wise. I was picking most of it. That makes that way easier. And then the tapping thing, that was really good to have that reference video. This was also, I had the correct pitches but the incorrect strings. This measure, I had to move it down a string. And then same with this little section, up to here it was correct, just on the wrong string. Let's move that back down. Okay, and that is what was going on there. So that's the corrected version of the solo. I will save this, and I'll probably make just a short little cover of certain parts of this. Like I'll do just a little solo playthrough with the corrected tabs so that you guys can have that. And then let's see if there's some other stuff throughout the video. I know for sure watching this section, that whole thing, I know watching this playthrough, I kind of had this in the wrong place. Again, I'm pretty sure on the pitches, but the placement on the guitar I do not think is correct. So let's go back and see if we can fix that. Let's find where that is. Okay, so we found that section, and yeah, I have it in the wrong place. So he's starting up on fret 5. I'm guessing if I just move all of this up a string, I will be much closer to what is happening here. Let's double check. Let's go half speed. He's definitely hitting that fret 7. Yep, and he's barring with his middle finger. Okay. Notes just in the wrong place once again. This one is going to be a little different. Let's move it. That's going to be up here. Let's just go ahead and move all of this up a string. Let's see if that's correct. I'm not sure if that last note is correct. Yeah, it looks like he plays fret 5 here, because then you immediately just go back into this fret 5 barred rolling thing. I think I might have just added a measure there. Let's paste that over there, and then these two measures are going to go here. So one incorrect note in there at the very, very end of this phrase before it's repeated. So that has been corrected. Other than that, I think I got most of this. Okay, except for this right here, it looks like he's playing this like they are down a string, or up a string, sorry, on this part. That should be another one of these. I like to kind of copy and paste a lot of stuff over. For me personally, it just moves a little bit faster. This measure should be the same. Actually, all of this should be the same. It's just gonna be, oh, another very helpful tip here for Guitar Pro. If you highlight a note, so this needs to move down to 4 and 6. And I could change it manually, or you can hold Shift, press down on the keyboard to select whatever note you're on, and it'll select every note in that chord. This is very helpful for if you have to change entire power chords, and if you want to change multiple notes, you can hold Alt and Shift at the same time, and then press up or down on the keyboard to move everything up just one note. So if I press down, it changes both of those notes by a half step. Da-na-na-na. So this actually right here should be a fret 2. I think I had that originally, but when I copied it over, I think it changed. And then this part, the palm muted part, and he is starting. This actually does start up on fret 5 here, so I have that in the wrong octave. And then this should be right here. This is going to go here. And then this should all be the same. And then this is actually all going to be the same as well. It's just going to be palm muted when we copy it over. Okay, let's save that. So that is that whole section surrounding the solo. Let's go back to the beginning now. Oh, first things first, let's take our arpeggio thing and make sure it happens earlier in the song. So let's just copy and paste that there. Make sure that that's correct. And now let's go back to the beginning of the song and work through some of these other riffs. Okay, so I was wrong on this beginning part here. I just had this as tremolo pick 7. But he is doing some tapping stuff, so let's see what's going on there. Looks like he's over fret 6. One, two, three, 4, 5. Yeah, something like that. That lines up, so fret 3 on the 3rd string is the same as fret 8 on the string below. Okay, so let's just delete all of this. This is all 16th notes, it sounds like. This is where that trick is going to come in handy here, so. It looks like he's just repeating that, right? And then he just goes... It's the same thing, but this time, if we go back here, he starts on the 2nd repeat, he starts up on fret 7. So, okay. So all he's doing is playing this pattern. The interval is not changing, right? He's playing 8-5, 8-5. And that is the whole part there. So what we can do is copy and paste this, select it, press down, and then copy paste it, select it, Alt Shift down, copy paste it, select it, Alt Shift down, delete this. He's starting here, and then take this, copy paste, and Alt Shift down. So I just saved myself a lot of time instead of having to write all that out again and add in all the articulations and the tapping and all of that. I just wrote it out once and used a combination of copy and pasting and the Alt Shift plus the up and down keys to kind of help me out there. Okay, so another difference here. He's not playing this on fret 13, he's playing it on fret 6. And then this part right here is I think I just have it down an octave. So another helpful tip, if you try and Alt Shift or Alt up and down, just holding Alt where you can move things up and down a string, if you're on the lowest string or you're too low to go up a string, because there is no fret 0 on the lowest string, that's the lowest this guitar can go at the moment, so there's no note equivalent a string higher in the same octave, if that makes sense. So another trick I like to do is use Alt and Shift, and I'll select all of this. I'm going to press up 12 times. And then you can press Alt Shift, or Alt plus the direction that you want to go, and that will allow you to go up. So what we did was moved that whole phrase up a full octave, or 12 half steps, which is why I held Alt Shift and I pressed up 12 times, and then if you hold Alt after that, you can take what you've selected and move it up or down a string, depending on which way you need to go. So that should be correct now. Okay, and then this part, it looks like I was, again, I'm guessing probably right on the notes, but wrong on the string placement. That fret 8 looks correct. Then this is, he's all the way up on fret 10 now, and let's see what happens if we move all this down a string. So again, it was just a matter of moving it down a string. And then this slides down. And it looks like he just plays this on, would you have guessed it, a string down. So looking at that, I pretty much got that exactly. Yeah, that was all correct, which means on the repeat, okay. And then that is different. Let's see, I think I got this right. Yep. Ooh, that looks like maybe... Yeah, so right here actually, this note is actually just fret 2. So little note error there. Okay, no big deal. Okay, got those power chords right. So he's playing an entirely different part than what I transcribed. I was transcribing more of the rhythm part in this section. And he's playing this lead. He's playing like the octave line that mimics the vocal melody. So there's not really anything I can check from this playthrough because I just transcribed a different part than what he's playing right here. So let's move on. Okay, that looks different though, those chords. It looks like I'm hearing a weird voicing in there. It looks like his pinky's only hitting... it doesn't look like he's playing power chords there. He's playing 4-4-6 and 1-1-3 instead of 1-3-3. Is that? Let me double check that. Yep. I think that is correct. So let's shift all of this up one string. Also, this rhythm is wrong. We need this should be and then this is just straight eighth notes, right? Yeah, so let's change these to fourths. So a little, meant to hit save, little rhythmic error there, and then right here, it's hard to see which fret he's tapping. It looks like he ends on... it looks like it's just the first three beats of that measure. I also think right here I transcribed the higher harmony. and I transcribed it as tremolo picked, not tapped. So let's just change it to what he's playing in this video. And then this right here, this makes sense. So whereas I had tremolo picked harmony, it was really easy to get to the 12th fret right here. But what he's doing makes a lot more sense to play this as fret 5. And then this as fret 6. Let me guess, this is all up a string. Yep. So all of these notes are just up a string. That's no big deal. This is all the same, so let's go ahead and actually let's just copy and paste all of this, starting from the yep, okay. Cool. I had those octave chords, right? Nice. Okay, so that was all correct. And then let's see. He doesn't play that part in this recording. That was just kind of like a little transitional thing, and it's kind of pushed to the back of the mix, so that was also pretty tough to hear if that chord has any other notes in it. But that's just kind of, these two are the outline of what I was hearing. So I'm going to leave that for now. Then the chorus is probably good except for this part. Let's change that. That is all of this. Then let's bump this guy up, bump all of that up a string. Okay, and then let's see if these chords are correct. Looks like I have, and it looks like I was just off on this power chord. Looks like he plays fret 2. Open, and then he hits 2, then he hits 3, then he hits something different. I'm hearing it go back down to 2. I don't know if that's what you guys are hearing. I think it kind of looks like he's not playing fret 2 right there. It doesn't really... That doesn't sound right. Let's slow it down. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing that go back down, and I think that's just a little error in the playthrough. He's probably just getting ready to play that next lead part, but I'm definitely hearing this note. So right there, I had a small little error with a couple of those notes. We already checked the breakdown, we already checked the solo. I'm guessing during the ending, there's like this little lead part in the background. Yeah, he's playing this harmonized thing, and I was just playing the rhythm part that was in the 4 part, because I wanted to play that chunky part. Then we need to copy paste our chorus from last time. This whole part right here needs to go here, and that needs to go up, that needs to go up, that needs to go up. I could copy and paste all this, I just don't want to scroll all the way to the top just to do that. And I'm guessing that's also played. Two notes I was really not sure about, and I'm guessing he's doing that tappy thing again. So let's see. Oh, he's just playing that part from, where'd he go? This thing. I wonder where I was hearing that. For some reason I was hearing another one of those tremolo picked things, which wouldn't have even been tremolo picked. It would have been more like that. But that's not what he's playing at all. He's just doing that slidey thing up. So we've gone through now and corrected my original tab, and now it's based off the official guitar playthrough. So hopefully this gives you guys the most accurate version to learn the song off of. I will upload the corrected tab in the description here and just give you guys the PDF for free so that you guys can learn kind of this version 2 of my original tab that I made. Hopefully this gave you guys some more insight into how I do my transcriptions, how I learn songs by ear, and also how I get the notation done so quickly and get my covers out so fast. A large part of that is due to some of the shortcuts that I showed you guys that I use in Guitar Pro. If you can get quick in Guitar Pro, that is going to save you a lot of time making transcriptions and videos like this. So hopefully you guys found some helpful tips in here, and that's pretty much going to do it for this one. If you liked this kind of more behind the scenes video of kind of how I make things and showing you guys some of my process, let me know and I can do some more of that. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed.